Hello, Music Mondayers. So today it's song 26, Memory Lane, and this song is very dear to me because it is about my childhood and what a great time I had growing up on our little dead-end street in Orchards where my parents still live to this day. I'm still friends with pretty much everybody who lived on that street. We don't spend a lot of time together or contact with each other a ton, but we all feel very special about the neighborhood we grew up in. My best friend Becky is from that neighborhood. That's why I've known her since she was 3 and I was 4. And so this song, uh, just kind of talks about growing up in that neighborhood, playing pretend and hide and go seek in the dark. We lived, there's a lot of trees in the area that we live in. Well, just actually on that street around us, it's not really like that. And there was a farm behind us, but now it's houses. But so in Orchards, there really wasn't a lot of neighborhoods that had these really big backyards and a ton of trees. It looked like a campground when you were pulling in on the street. So it was very secluded, private drive, safe for us kids to kind of run around and go crazy. We spent a lot of time in my parents' backyard, which was very big and had playhouse and play equipment and all that stuff. And we had, many, many memories of playing pretend and games and all that stuff. And so just to go over the meaning of some of the things in this song, as much as I love metaphor and am metaphor heavy in a lot of my writing, this isn't necessarily metaphor, it's pretend and, the things that we would, do in the neighborhood. So the line, what would I have done if the old tree didn't need surgery? There was a tree in my parents' backyard that had sort of, I don't know if it rotted or something on the kind of the top area of the bark. So it was kind of a hole, not like a deep hole, but just, maybe an inch in to the tree. And there was these veins of sap that would just gush and they'd be all gross colors like yellows and reds. And it looked like an open wound to us. So me and Becky would pretend like we were surgeons doing surgery on this tree with sticks digging around in there, really doing nothing, but just digging around. But that was something we spent time doing often. And of course, hide and go seek in the dark with all the trees, and the neighbors were cool with us just running through their yards, dress in black and play, till 10 o'clock at night. It was a lot of fun. And now the green box that I mentioned in here, I don't know if many of you are familiar, but some neighborhoods had, these electrical boxes where I don't know if it was all the lines or thing. I actually still really don't know what it is, but it's sort of like this power thing that was in the next door neighbor's yard, and it would buzz and hum, and it was warm on colder days when we were outside. So we'd all kind of hang around on it, eat snacks on it, because it sort of was, like a table. It wasn't too tall. We'd stand on it, jump off, and dance around. We all may end up having cancer, and that might be the reason why when we're older, because I don't know what this thing is or what kind of stuff it's putting off, but that was fun for us to hang around this thing. And and then the bubblegum in a dish line. I don't know how many of you remember when you were, at least we were choosing who was going to be it when we were playing a hide and go seek or whatever game. And you put your fist in, and in a circle, sometimes it's two. Maybe if there wasn't as many people, everyone would be putting two hands in a circle, and someone would, point to each fist and say, bubblegum, bubblegum in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? And the person would wish, like 3, and then you count 1, 2, 3, and you are not it. And then whatever finger, fist you put to the, I can't talk, point to that says you're not it, that person, gets to take their hand away until there's only one remaining. So that was what we did for all the time when I was little growing up. So obviously this song was me reminiscing about that. And I think it's actually one of my songs that I'm not depressed in. The beginning. Let me take you back a little ways. I like to think back when I have darker days, and the darkness keeps me remembering. So no, we did not escape me being depressed somehow in this song. I gotta look. I will definitely mention the first song that I come across that doesn't have some depressing element in it. So yes, obviously the song is about me being depressed with my current state and looking back to the fun times I had as a kid on the 49th Street dead end road in my little neighborhood. So this is Memory Lane. Oh, before I go into it, this song was amazing with the band because it has definitely a rock feel to it. And it was, lyric light, So there was a lot more instrumentation. The end of this song was sort of, we would use the song a lot as our last song in the set when we were performing. And each band member would take turns soloing at the end. So yeah, it was pretty cool. They also came up with like an intro and outro little thing. And I play guitar, guys, but I generally just, it's to back myself up. It's to write. It's not to be Santana or, you know, whoever. Jimi Hendrix, that's what I'm trying to go with. So yeah, I just play rhythm guitar. That was my thing. Not much lead. Not really good at that. So I'm going to try to capture what they did at the intro and outro. Again, it was better with the band, but I'm just going to give it a try anyways. Just plug along. So just humor me. Anyways, so this is Memory Lane. All right, that was Memory Lane. Tell me what you think. And thanks again for tuning in. Next week is song 27. Have a wonderful week, guys, and take care.